Reading a new poem is often akin to embarking on a new relationship. It's exciting, it's engaging, and keeps your senses racing. The love of a poem is a long-term relationship which never ends. This is Sunil Bhandari, and you are listening to Uncut Poetry. Perpetrators and victims of love. So this is how we are. Just little moments, stolen from our lives. Nothing wasted. Everything in place. Everything disrupted. Like the sunburst of a new day. Like the cool evening when we step out. Ordinary but special. Because we are moving towards each other. And we know we will do nothing but sip a cup of tea and talk, as if our lives depended on it, sitting with our legs close together so the warmth would seep through and we would be conjoined and we would be one. We could then be silent with each other, thinking of the scraps and fragments of life we brought to each other. And somehow, somewhere, in some ways, we would emerge whole and complete, though it was only our torn lives which we had put together in jagged ways. But our own Upanishad would emerge, holier than any text, with truths which were enough for us to know. As the world and our lives would swirl around the fragile axis of our incognito love. Our lives are a collage of 1,000 scraps of random and often irreconcilable happenstances and mistakes and decisions thrown onto a canvas of existence. Love is often the most decisive happening of our lives, often trooping in unannounced and more often than not grossly disrupting our lives and mostly overstaying beyond our comprehension. We are both perpetrators and victims of love, even as we are the helpless receptacles, seeing ourselves change beyond our own comprehension, all because we are in love. Love makes us reactive, even as we grow generous, imaginative, fiery, beautiful, and gentle. It is the only thing in the world which shows us the good and the bad we are perfectly capable of. We become both warriors and gentle creatures, meek to suggestion, fiery to defend. Beyond ambition, beyond our need for fulfilment, love gives us justification. The question then is never of right or wrong, of the ethics of choice or decision. It's of direction. The question is of being consumed, of being in the shadows and the sunlight. Unbehest to our senses, when love enters our lives, our stars immediately realign. We are then not ourselves, but of our destiny. This is Sunil Bhandari, and you are listening to Uncut Poetry. If you enjoyed this poem, rate it on Spotify or leave a comment on Apple Podcast. And I have a lovely newsletter called The Uncuts, which is like a Sunday dollop of warmth and fun and beauty. Subscribe to it. The link is in the show notes. And if you loved this episode, please do share it with someone you love. See you next week.